And we are live. Welcome to another edition of Be the Boss of Your Money. This is the place you come to understand what's happening in markets, stock market, bond market, markets all over the place. Maybe even the fish market I'll have to get into. You know, at the rate that stocks are dropping, maybe the fish market is where I'm going to have to make a living. Listen to me, folks. It was another tough day, another 4% down day to end what was basically turned out to be a pretty horrible week. But chin up, okay? Chin up. It's not all bad out there. It's just that some of the headlines today were shocking, but the headlines today were actually known. So as far as shocking goes, yes, headlines were tough today, but we will get through it. I'm going to explain to you why the markets went down today, what's going on in the municipal bond market. Do we have to worry about getting cash out of the banks? I have my screen over here just to make sure I'm in the screen. So we are live right now. We've got a lot of things to talk about. I'm going to wrap this up in just a couple of minutes. So first, let's cue the introduction. Kind of annoying that I have to do this, but I'm here by myself today. And we are back. I'd like to thank you and welcome you to Be the Boss of Your Money. I love that name of my show. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. I'd love to hear from you. So hit the comments below. Ask me there. I'm going to check a couple of times during this live episode. Okay? I do this every day at 4:30. I am going to get you through these tough times. Tough markets, tough times, because we will get through to the other side. First, to the biggest headline of the day. Something we all in New York, I think, expected to happen. But nonetheless, it's still a bit of a shock. It's still disappointing. It's still sad. So without further ado, Cuomo orders most New Yorkers to stay inside. We're all under quarantine now. That's right. Cuomo has ordered that 100% of all non-essential businesses have to send all of their employees home. That's pretty huge. Now, when you see the headline, you hear that, and this happened in California yesterday. So I think it was yesterday in California, yesterday, the day before. So California did it. New York did it. You take those two states, you're talking about a huge part of the American population. I expect other states to follow. And I think you'll agree with me. I've been saying on this live stream all along that more states should do this, that we need more shutdowns, more shut-ins. Because once the public has the confidence that this is being dealt with, that we can get through through all these mass infections, that's when the public will feel confident. The economy could get back on track. The markets could get back on track, and we could get through this. It'll happen. We'll get through this. You'll see more shutdowns. I wish it would happen a little faster. You're seeing a rapid rise in the number of positive coronavirus, the number of positives, just because there's more people being tested. But I think we all know that tons and tons and tons of people are infected. We're just going to find out the real numbers, but I think we know that the numbers are going to be huge. That is a known. And there are knowns. Who said this? Donald Rumsfeld. There are knowns, known knowns, unknown knowns. No, there are known knowns, unknown knowns, and something knowns. You can correct me in the comments. I use this expression sometimes. Okay, but you can correct me. Okay. Anyway, so that's the big story of the day. How long will this last? It's indefinite. We don't know how long it's going to be. I, for one, am ready. And I want my clients, associates, colleagues, vendors to know that I'm ready for it. I have my workstation set up, my BCP business continuity plan. It's basically already been executed. So as soon as I am done with this live stream, I'm going to shut off all of my office electronics and I'm going home. And I might not be back here, but I'll be with you and I will be doing these live streams every weekday as promised to get you through this. So that's the big one. Cuomo orders basically the state to shut down. He didn't say he's going to have anybody arrested who's out and about. You can still go outside, do your thing, but don't get together for a basketball game or a soccer game. You have to kind of be solitary. Okay. World Health Organization, who shot the sheriff? Who let the dogs out? Who? I'm trying to think of a good one, but it'll come back. It'll come to me in the middle of the night, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, I wish I thought of that before." But WHO officials say at least 20 coronavirus vaccines are in development in global race for a cure. We are putting so much money. The whole world is putting money, resources, manpower. It's really incredible. And listen, we're going to get through this. I'm going to read something to you at the end of this I think it's more of a feel-good thing that I wrote before. So what's going on with the municipal bond market? Municipal bonds are bonds that are issued by states or counties or cities or the sewer district or the water district or the hospitals, etc. Municipal bonds are this a very large corner, but nonetheless just this corner, which a lot of people think of as obscure, even though it's huge, because the municipal bonds are like super boring. It's where you put your money for stability. You know what you're going to get back. You get some interest, and it's tax-free interest from municipal bonds. Okay. By the way, I'm not a tax advisor. If you have any questions about your individual tax situation, you're advised to speak with your personal tax advisor. Boom, I said it. That's the disclaimer. So when you don't really see, big moves in the bond market. It's a place for stability. It's a place that you can count on, for the stable part of a portfolio. And the MUB, which is the National Municipal Bond Fund ETF. It's a big one. It's one that a lot of people are familiar with. Okay, and it's a good representation of the national municipal bond market. It's down 10% year to date and 13% or so in the last 2 weeks. That's a gigantic move. And considering that interest rates, the 10-year Treasury is back below 1% now. What the heck is going on with the municipal bond market? Let me tell you what happens, okay? The municipal finances have taken a big hit. When you buy something, you pay a sales tax. Where does the sales tax go? It goes to your county, okay? We have to pay fees and all kinds of taxes to our county and business fees and there's all kinds of taxes that municipalities collect. With business grinding to a halt, with the economy grinding to a halt, it's affecting municipal bond finance. And as a result, the Federal Reserve is expanding its asset purchases to include municipal bonds. I'm pretty sure, I don't want to swear on this, but I'm a major student of economics, of Fed policy, of how all these things work. I don't recall ever any time when the Federal Reserve actually had to purchase municipal bonds because the municipal bond market became overnight, literally illiquid, and no municipalities could get their bond issues done. So there's no new bond issues coming out. So that the bond market, municipal bond markets, literally just dried up, and that's an unusual thing. It just bears watching. It's just another knock to a very negative tape, to a very negative feeling in the country, a very negative psyche. So it's just another negative. I think we'll be okay, but it bears watching. It's just another thing that bears watching. We've got a lot of things that bear watching, and we have to see how they turn out. That's all you could do. You could see how they turn out and watch them. I know you'd like to know more concrete answers, like when is the market going to go up? When is the market going to bottom? What will get the market to stop going down and go straight up now? I know you want these answers, and I would love to give you these answers. I can't give you the answers. I would if I could. I just don't have them. And I think anyone who does have the exact answers, well, I would take that with a huge grain of salt. What I am saying though is you have to you have to be comfortable to borrow a term from the Navy SEALs. Where's it the Marines? They could fight over that one. You have to be You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. That's what you have to be. You have to be comfortable with not knowing what's going to happen next. You have to be comfortable not knowing which nasty negative headline is going to rock financial markets. But you also have to be comfortable understanding that the headlines will turn. Investors will figure that out. Markets will recover. The economy will get back on track. What we have here is a health crisis and a very scared public. We're worried about small businesses. We're worried about people not spending money. And now you see what it's doing to the economy. But if you can fix the health issue, you can fix everything else. You can throw money at this, but you still have to fix the health issue. Now, a couple of things that could arrest the major retreats is not just the Federal Reserve sending money to just make sure my lights are okay. I have lights overhead. Not just to make sure that the Federal Reserve is doing its monetary policy of buying Treasury securities and mortgage-backed securities and now municipal securities. We have to get money into the hands of small businesses, and we have to do it quickly. And it's not so easy to do. Some policies are talking about sending money directly to taxpayers. All of us. If you have a Social Security number and you're an adult, you will probably get a check. I don't know for how much. It could be $1,000. It could be $2,000. It could be several payments. We'll find out. Hopefully Congress will hash this out over the weekend and we'll have something to talk about on Monday. But like I said, you have to be comfortable not knowing what's coming next. But I can tell you, we will get through this. Now, I've been talking about banks. Okay. So the Fed will keep short-term cash injections to banks going through the week. Okay. The Federal Reserve's ongoing efforts to keep money flowing to banks through short-term exchanges will last through at least the rest of the week. The concern here, okay, is if people get scared and they feel they need to have some cash, or they feel that they can't get cash from an ATM. I said this, by the way, in my live stream on Monday, and I just scared the heck out of people. But JP Morgan Chase said they're closing 20% of their branches. The bank branch where my mother-in-law lives, the Chase branch is closed. And, people are getting nervous. So what do? They want water, they want toilet paper, and they want cash. Now, what I say to people is this. If we all decide we want cash at the same time, creates a panic, it creates a run on the banks. Now, just so you know, in the Great Recession, okay, lots of banks went under, but not one single depositor lost any money. So this thing of like a run on banks, it's not, no guarantees. You don't have to say that, but I'm very confident to say on a live stream to everyone that you're not going to get hurt if you're a bank depositor. Banks could limit the amount you withdraw. There could be ATM machines that just run out of cash and they'll be reloaded, or there'll be lots of people waiting in line, and you don't want to wait in line with a bunch of sick people touching the buttons on the ATM machine and getting that, more coronavirus, virus on you. You don't want that. So I've been telling clients if having access to cash or going to an ATM machine is something that you do occasionally, then you do well to have some cash on your person. Okay. I don't think credit cards are going to stop working, but some people like to have cash. And sometimes you drive by a bank and you see a line of people getting their cash out. It's scary because panic. It's as bad as the coronavirus because the light just went out. It's as bad as the coronavirus because it scares people. It creates a panic. So that's why I am on the cash thing. But no, I don't think banks are going to suddenly go running out of cash, and as a depositor, you're going to get hurt. The Fed will just have that bank, like in the Great Recession, the bank will be taken over by a bigger bank. They'll be reliquified, and everybody will be okay. So I want to put any panic of bank runs out of your mind. But if you are if you're somebody that wants to have cash on hand, Okay, you should do it. This is from the Wall Street Journal. Some bank branches run low on cash as customers make big withdrawals. Regulators stress risk of keeping large sums of cash at home. Okay, the point of this is not, the headline's a little scary, but this is people in wealthy areas of the country, urban areas. There are people taking out like 10, 20, $30,000 of cash and I guess heading out to the Hamptons with it. I think that's a bit overkill, but that's what that headline is about. Okay. Last thing that I want to do, I want to read something to you. I don't know if you know this, but I send out a weekly blast email every week. Before I read that, I'm going to check my my social media, see who's out there. Chill. We're actually done. We're almost done. We're going to be done in like just a couple of minutes. We're almost done. Hang in there. Oh my God. I have a few people out there on the live stream. It's not coming up this now. Okay. Well, the only problem we could have is if maybe this live stream is not working, but it's not coming up on LinkedIn. It's just something wrong. It's not coming up. I went to my posts, view profile. I hate taking my eye off the camera. Keep in mind that this whole LinkedIn live thing, this is all beta testing. Okay, this is not like TV studio yet. Okay, not quite yet. So let's take a look out here. Hey Scott, how are you? Put me on your email blast. I certainly will. Scott Rocks. Okay, I got your email address. Thank you very much. I will get to that. And a few other people. Joanne, thank you. Andrew. Joanne's watching. Thank you so much. Thank you, Andrew. A few people out there. Hey, listen, to get anybody to watch your live stream about a negative market on a Friday afternoon, kind of, it's pretty cool, actually. Thank you. Okay, so here's what I'm going to read to you. Now, this is a positive message, okay? It's called humanity. You see that? Humanity, okay? Well, what we in New York expected has finally happened. Governor Cuomo has ordered that all non-essential businesses must keep 100% of their workforce at home. I actually think it's about time he did this. And I hope it happens in all states, really. I think it's better to take all the bitter medicine in one giant dose at once than a little bit at a time for weeks on end while the coronavirus spreads even more. I'll add that I've been saying for a while that what is needed is this kind of measure, but on the national level. I think we should do this for the whole country to give the American people the confidence that it desperately needs to know that this crisis too shall pass. Stop the virus, heal the economy, and our collective psyche. I speak with people all over the country on a daily basis, and most of them have already began working remotely over the last few weeks. So I don't think this will result in some nationwide mad dash through office building exit doors. This morning, I was thinking how much I love coming to my office. I love coming here every single day, and how much I love the people who I share the majority of my waking hours with, my coworkers here. Well, we all suspected that this order was on the way. Everyone is still very upset by it. Of course, everyone understands that it's out of necessity. But it sure does add to the anxiety that everyone is feeling. I am already dreaming about the day I could return to normalcy, to routine. Since the financial markets are open every day, I haven't had that time to hang out with my kids and do fun things in the middle of the day like everyone is talking about on Facebook. Plus, my kids are adolescents, which means keeping in constant contact with their friends is the most important thing in their world right now. Okay. My point is that it is my wife's job to be an example of resilience for our kids. Of course, I want all of my clients, associates, and vendors to know that I have a fully loaded workstation waiting for me at home. I'm also cloud-based, so I have access to everything I need. My BCP, business continuity plan, has already been executed. Immediately after my 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time live stream, like right now, I will turn off all office electronics and I will go straight home. Monday will be back to business as usual, or as close to usual as possible, because I'll miss getting coffee in my office break room and having casual banter with my fellow office peeps about our kids, business, sports, etc. But I am looking forward to lunches at home with my family. My fridge and freezer are loaded, and I have plenty of propane to fire up the barbecue. Steak and burgers shall rule the day. So here's the part that I hope you are sticking around for, okay? And this is the part that I'm going to try not to shed a tear when I read this to you. If you shed a tear, okay, let me know. Or not. If you have any questions, ask in the comments. If you're watching in the replay, welcome to you as well. So here it goes. Change is hard, which is why we avoid it until our current situation gets really bad. It's why we say, I wish I would have done fill in the blank sooner. Our routine has been thrown off big time. Our plans have been dashed. But I want to tell you that we will get through this. We will get back to our routines, but this time it will be with a renewed appreciation. I want to share with you a tip to help you get through this. People have lost their sense of control. You and I need to focus, okay, on the things you can control. You can control your new homebound routine. You could give yourself and your family a meal schedule, a schoolwork schedule. You have control over what you watch on TV. So maybe you don't watch the news all day, maybe just some of the day. Maybe watch a movie. If you're in the business world, you could control how often you are in touch with clients and associates. So you could be ready to go when we get past this valley, because we will get past it. If you know that, then you will not only survive this current moment in time, you will thrive when you come out of it. Around me, all around me, and I'm wrapping this up, I am seeing the best in humanity. My friend Greg in Delray Beach, Florida, posted on Facebook that he is available to pick up medications and supplies for anyone's parents in Florida. I was thinking about asking to pick up something for my parents, but they said it's okay. They don't need anything. My friend Russ in Virginia told me about the people in his community who created a free street fair by putting extra food, games, clothes, paper goods, etc. on their front lawns for anyone who needs it. My friend Beth is using her live stream, like what I do, but she's using her live stream to share free tips about how to effectively use Zoom to help business people keep in touch with customers. I'm sure you're seeing these acts of kindness where you are too. It's wonderful. Now, don't just watch it, participate in it. Drop off supplies or food at someone's home. Check in with someone who lives alone. Nothing will help you get through this tough time more than making the world around you a better place. Because if you do participate in our shining humanity, when this crisis ends, and it surely will, you will find yourself living in a better world. And you'll say to yourself, I did this. Not later, not sooner, just now. And I'm beyond thankful that I did. On that note, I'm going to end this live stream. I want to wish you, your family, your friends, the best of health. And I want to wish you security and confidence to know that this too shall end. Thank you.